Listen, I want to ask to Lena. So now you've been here. When did you arrive here in Luxembourg?
We arrived, I think, approximately 2 weeks after the war began, and we've been in Slovakia a few weeks, and then we moved here to Luxembourg. So it was approximately March, middle of the March, and yeah.
What's been your journey so far? And maybe what are your plans?
Yeah, it's difficult to say about plans when you ask Ukrainians because we don't know anything. Nobody knows when it will finish. And you're right that people here, they don't feel the war. It's very difficult to feel the war when you are not in it. Even me, when I come here, and also come to Ukraine from time to time because I'm volunteer and I help to army and I help to people who starve in Ukraine in the most tragical places where the houses are bombed and a lot of civilians are killed. So I'm trying to help as much as I can. Also, when I arrived here, I didn't feel relief, for all this situation. I was happy that my children are in safety and nobody will not try to kill them anymore. Actually, everything in mothers had changed when somebody tried to kill exactly your children. It's not about film, it's not about something, it's like attempt to take the most precious people in your life. So yeah, when I came here, I realized that I need to help other people. I'm pretty strong personality and I have organizational skills, so organized help to other Ukrainians, other mothers with children, and I helped approximately 40 people to be here, to integrate here, to collect the stuff for them, to help them to make documents because I know English, French, and it's easier for me than for those people. So I was trying to help them as much as I can. I also lead my project, which was existing 5 years before the war. It's now it's already application because I was really impressed by work of Emanuele. I decided also to make my online course, which existed before, about child development, to make it in my personal application. So we developed application which work without internet, especially for Ukrainian moms who want to make lessons with their children, but they have no internet, no electricity. It was in October. I was in Kiev and it was a terrible bombings of Kiev, no electricity, no internet, no nothing. And I decided that I need to do something, I need to create something to help them to be not so much stressed, to help them to learn, to make some exercises with children, to entertain children and protect psychological situation for this child, to be like a shield for them, to be a protection for their children. So this is the second direction for me, which I'm doing every time the project is existing, and we are working all the time on it. Trying to give also as much usefulness as we can, because I now know that in Luxembourg everything is really nice, people are amazing. I always repeat it, this is absolutely amazing place, absolutely amazing people with a very high level of empathy. They feel you, they help you, they try to support you. I don't know why I'm so lucky, but I meet only good people, like who help, who do best thing. So I think that Luxembourg is really amazing place, and I feel very grateful to a lot of people here. And for children, they're small, they're like 7 years daughter and 9 years son. When the war started, they were 6 and 8, and they learned pretty fast. So they had 3 languages: Ukrainian, Russian, because we were like in a post-Soviet Union and everybody knew this language, and English. And then when they came here, they already started to speak German. And so they can communicate, they can integrate. I think they feel that they have no choice, that they have no choice not to integrate, and they have my support. I try to be as good as possible for them, to support, to feel this connection, to give them my love, and to ensure them that everything needs to be good. And one more like stuff which we do, we try to travel somewhere in Luxembourg, to go to mountains, to go to vineyards. I always take Emmanuel's bicycles and go with children to make a small ride. We try to make excursions, a little bit everything, like free possibilities we try to use, because there is a special culture pass in Luxembourg which we can also use, and we are really grateful to government of Luxembourg and all of people who give the the possibility for Ukrainians to visit like museums and other interesting places. So yeah, I think that for me, I'm pretty good integrating everywhere because I'm a pretty active person. I have like a project, my project, I have help to people, I have help to Ukrainians, I have here Ukrainians, and I feel that I need it. I need to help people, and I know exactly how you feel when you give something. Yeah, so I think that thanks to all the people here, thanks to very interesting projects like Riding the Rainbow, it's also very cool. Sometimes we join their initiatives. I feel normal, but I still feel concerned about war, because when you communicate with soldiers and they send you a video from operational table when people just lose their legs, hands, and it's a lot of blood, you just feel that this is like parallel reality. When in Ukraine they kill Ukrainian children. I have a friend who survived Bucha. I know exactly what they did. I know exactly how Russians kill small children, and my friend told these stories, and I said it's not possible to have it in 21st century. It's really difficult to believe that somebody can just simply cruelly kill children with legs, to shoot them only because they speak Ukrainian. So for me, it's like I have two lives, one life in a perfect Luxembourg, in a good support. I take energy here to give this energy to another world which is completely destroyed at the moment.
It takes a lot of courage. It takes creativity to come up with the idea, but courage to, as you say, drop everything.
Sure. So first of all, I would say that I'm a refugee. I'm from a Ukrainian war. I came here with my 2 children, and I never didn't think that I will feel the feeling when you lose everything and you have no ground under your feet. And this stuff which people give, it's not only about bicycles or something else, it's about care, it's about support and love. So for me, it was more than somebody just gave a useful thing for my children. And what Manuel told, it's really like shining eyes of children where they understand that they lose everything, they come to some other place, they don't know where they go. And then finally, they find something similar that they knew before this terrible situation. They see a bicycle, they see a rollers, and they feel the ground under their feet. It's really important from the psychological point of view to feel something that you knew. And besides, children need to practice, they need to have a training. So when I heard about this project, it was even before the mobile application, which is really cool now. It's a really cool idea for all over the world. I came to Emmanuel's garage and I saw a lot of bicycles and 2 people who were willing to help to our children. And it was so much precious, you know, when some people like Russians, they try to kill us and they try to kill my children. And we are desperate, we are running away, we don't feel anything good. We think that the world is very bad. And then we get to this amazing place. Luxembourg is amazing with the people, with support. And we feel people who can help us, who just care about us. They want to do something good. They don't need to do it, but they want it. And it's exactly about sharing of love, of care, of support, of goodness, of all the best things which I consider is precious in our lives. So when I heard that they make application, I thought it's really cool idea. I also use it. I thought, cool, in this case, I can take my time to check the place. And I also checked it and I found another bicycle for me to ride with my children after, exactly by this application, because you do it really easily. You open your location, you look the closest locations and you find what you need. So I think it's a brilliant, ingenious idea to make this application, and I think it's a cool idea to share this care. Maybe people who didn't survive war, who didn't survive all of these terrible situations, they will not feel how much it's precious for those people who lose everything. And usually I never think that we have so many stuff in our houses, like spoons, clothes, plates, small stuff, and when you lose everything, you have zero and you just come out from your house in the clothes like this and you lost everything. The care like this, when people share with you with something, is really precious. The small elements, I remember also when we came to the houses, our owners, they bought like water, small items. So yes, I think that this idea is absolutely important for people who lost everything. It's absolutely brilliant to save time, because you should not think where you can take it. You just open the application and you can get something which people can share with you. Sometimes it's really not necessary for you anymore because your children are grown up and they don't need it. And there are people in the world who need it and who will be really happy to take it. So for my children, it was really cool. They started to have a happy faces, happy eyes. They just ask when we go bicycles, to ride bicycles, when we go to make rollers, when we can go to play a ball. And it's really cool that in application now you can find not only bicycles, but also other useful stuff. So yeah, I have a very good experience of communication with Manuel's idea about application. It also inspired me for my application in my work. And I think it's really cool to make such a developing project. And also a big thank you that Ukrainian developers were taking part in this, because it's very important to connect people. So yeah, I'm really happy of this experience, and thank you. I would like to say also, yes, that one of the most important things which Emmanuel also told, why we need to have connection between those people who give and those people who get. Because I'm a Ukrainian volunteer and I have a contact with my soldiers and Ukrainian people whom we help all this period of time. And I know how important my connection with exactly those people who get what we send. I feel their gratefulness, and they feel that they can support, get my support. So yes, when you share this stuff, you get gratefulness of those people who got it, and this energy is very important. When we lost everything, I realized that things in life are not so precious as emotions and people. You can lose everything. You can wake up at 5 o'clock and lose all your normal perfect life in 1 second. But people whom you meet, this is really important. I thought that people who gave us some stuff in this house where we are here, we are really friends with them now. We keep our communication. Sometimes we just come together somewhere. Sometimes we just send messages. And these feelings that you are not alone in this world is really important. And about children also. My children also, they took part in volunteering stuff because I am volunteer, and they see this example. And they try to share also. When they came, for example, for a festival, they played violins and they earned some money. They take this money and donated it to Ukrainian soldiers. So yes, this is really good example how to be good, how to share love, how to share care, because there are a lot of evil stuff in this world. But if there is people like this who share, who give love, who care, who give this to their children, our world have a hope for survival, you know, and it's really important. So thank you again.